See, our good is never more than a thought away. Now, I want you to hear that. I know you've heard that before, probably to the point where, you don't even really hear it. But I want you to hear that this morning. Our good is never more than a thought away. But we have to choose that thought. See, and that doesn't mean that we think it once. It means that we think it, and we keep thinking it. We choose it, and we keep choosing it. I call it make the change and keep the change. Thomas Trord, who we study in second-year class. I just love Trord, and Dr. J is going to be teaching Trord in probably his next unit, either Trord or Emerson. I love Emerson too, but Trord tells us something that's very powerful. He tells us that we are dealing with a spiritual principle that we can use simply because we're aware of it. We can use it simply because we know it's here, and that those who are not aware of it can't use it because they don't know it's here. They don't choose it. See, in other words, we know that there's something that transcends, that goes beyond the experiences that we're going through right now. See, but if we don't know that there's a higher principle, if we don't know that there's a higher law, if we don't know that there's a higher experience than this, then we will be stuck in this one. So this teaching teaches us to look for something greater. No matter what you're going through, look for something greater. Look for more. See, the universe doesn't judge what it is that we are choosing for ourselves in our life. The only thing that the universe does is to determine whether or not we believe it. And if we believe it, you know what it says? Okay, let me draw you a picture of that and show you what that looks like. That's what it says. Let me show you what that looks like in your world. But it's not punishment. It's a drawing. See? But when my belief is in alignment with my desire, and when my vibration matches that desire, I will see that desire in form, and no authority, no bully, no nothing can stop that. That's the law. That's what Trord teaches us. That's what Ernest Holmes teaches us. When my belief is in alignment with my desire, and when my vibration matches that desire, I will see that whatever that is manifested in form. And nothing can stop it. So kids today, we started off talking about kids and looking at what they're going through today. And somebody was saying to me recently, she said, I don't think I'd want to be a teenager today. Because teenagers are going through some stuff that we didn't have to go through when we were kids. You got substance abuse, internet predators, suicide, school shootings, sexual issues, and bullies. Serious bullies. See, but when we talk about something as serious as bullies, what I'd like for us to recognize this morning is that the biggest bully that you will ever encounter in your life is you. See, if you look up the word bully, what it says, is a person who is habitually cruel or overbearing, especially to smaller or weaker people. And as a verb, it means to treat in an overbearing and intimidating manner. Now, when you look at that definition, what you realize is that we don't need an outsider to do this. See, for most of us, we're doing a pretty good job of it ourselves. See, when we're developing a new level of consciousness, that old consciousness will often feel overbearing and intimidating, like a bully. Telling us what we can do, telling us what we can't do, telling us where it's completely out of our reach, telling us don't step out of that box because if you step out of that box, I'll obliterate you. We don't need an outsider to do that. When we're telling ourselves that you can't get well, when we're telling ourselves that you can't get out of debt, when we're telling ourselves that you'll never be happy again, that's bullying. And all we really have to do is shift the attention from that old habitual idea to that new idea, to that new thought that has nothing at all to do with that old idea. That's what's so powerful about this teaching. Ernest Holmes says what we choose doesn't have to have a thing to do with yesterday. You don't even have to take that into consideration when you're doing your treatment. Yesterday is gone forever. So when we let go of that old idea, we don't have to pick it up and incorporate it into what we're doing now. You can't have that. You don't deserve that. You're not good enough for that. Don't even think about that. That's being a bully. And we have to stop it. And we stop it by recognizing that it gets better. It really does get better. That better is here for each and every one of us right now. Just for the choosing. So open up, recognize the omnipresence of God. Recognize that just like the pain is here, the joy is here. Just like the lack is here, the prosperity is here. It's all here right now. And beginning right here and right now, I'm making some new choices for myself. Let that be your way. Thank you for being here this morning, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you.